Hi everyone, this is Claudine Helmuth, and I'm excited to share with you my retro suitcase Halloween cupcake candy and treat box. So here's the little box, and it is illustrated on all sides. It also comes with a cute little luggage tag that you can customize with your own initial, write a message on the back or leave that blank so they can fill it out. And it also comes with cupcake trays. So you've got cupcake trays for 2 regular cupcakes, 4 mini cupcakes. Of course, you can fill it with your own candies, treats, cookies, anything like that. And it comes with a 6 cake pop tray for you cake pop lovers out there. So this has a few little parts to it, but it's actually really easy to put together. I'm going to share a couple of little tips to make it even easier right now. So when you download and print out your little suitcase, it's going to come with a few pages. So you'll have 3 pages for the suitcase body. Then you're going to have a page for the luggage tag and the handle. And what we're going to want to do is cut this out around the whole rectangle, and then cut the luggage tag out just a general rectangle around it, and I'll show you what to do with that in a few minutes. You'll also have templates for the different holders, the cupcake holder, the mini cupcake holder, and the cake pop holder. I'm going to show you how to put together the cake pop holder for this tutorial, but once you know how to do that one, all the other ones are super easy. Now that everything is cut out, and that really only took me about 5 minutes maximum, it actually goes pretty fast, and it's something you can do while you're watching television. You're going to have all of your pieces, and all of the pieces have dotted lines on them. Now you want to make sure there are also these dotted lines which create the stitching lines, just a decorative effect on the little suitcase. These are not the score lines. You can see all of the score lines here are in white on this page. They sometimes go to gray in the orange areas, but you can tell the difference because the stitching lines look more hand-drawn, whereas the scoring lines are very uniform and even. So what we need to do now is we need to score all of the lines. I'm working on a cardstock here. This is Staples Photo Matte paper. It's a great inexpensive paper that's a really nice weight. You can use your favorite photo paper or cardstock, and what you want to do is line up with the dotted line. Now I'm using this piece here that has tabs D, E, and F on it, B and C, because I want to point out there is a dotted line right here on this piece. On the PDF, I have a little arrow pointing to this dotted line, reminding you not to forget about it. This creates the back seam and hinge of the suitcase. So what you want to do is line up your ruler and make sure you've got it nice and lined up. Then I've got a pen with no ink in it. This is completely empty, and I'm just going to draw down my ruler, and that is going to create a nice score line that my paper will fold cleanly on. So you want to do that to all of the dotted lines, but again, make sure not to do it on the stitching lines there. And before we start putting the box together, let's assemble the handle and the luggage tag. So I've scored and folded the center dotted line on the handle as well as the luggage tag, and then folded it over. You want to just open it back up, and you can use a glue stick and add the glue stick all over, and then go ahead and close it. So then this will give you a nice double-sided. We'll cut that out as soon as the glue stick dries. And same thing on the handle. And then set these aside, and we'll come back to these after we assemble the box. So now that you have scored all of the dotted lines, you want to just kind of fold them over. This serves a couple of purposes. It makes sure that you didn't miss scoring any lines and gets a nice clean fold ready for assembling. And I recommend using a double stick tape. I use a tape gun. You can just use regular old double stick tape. That will also work. Or if you want it to have a lot of sticky adhesive to make sure it truly holds, you could use something like Wonder Tape or something like that. So I'm just going to take my tape gun and roll along all of the lettered tabs. To begin assembling the box, we're going to do this in a couple of stages, and you can do this in any order that you want, whatever you feel comfortable. I actually end up kind of doing it a little bit differently every time. I'm going to take this back piece here, which is tab F, and attach the back of the front lid to it. And you want to make sure you get the dotted lines here and here lined up, as well as it lined up against the bottom dotted line. Take your time with this. You can see where all the images line up, so it does make it easy for you. And then just press. And we're going to set that large piece aside, and then we're going to take this piece and side flap H, and you can see where the stripes match up with the bottom. So we're just going to line that up there. And same thing with side flap G. And now we're going to fold up tab K and J, and you're just going to take the side flap and press it down, and then press from the inside. Make sure it's got good connection with the bottom. There we go. So that's what it looks like right now. Then we're going to assemble the lid. So tab A to here, and tab B over here. Tab D and E fit right in there, so you can see how the lid and this part. So then we just got tab I, which is the back side of this piece, and we are going to fit it in here. So you just want to line all that up. And then we're going to fit tab C here. You can see right where it's going to go. And our last tab is tab B, and that is just going to fit right there. And then you just want to open up your box and make sure that all of your tabs have good adhesion. And you can see here, here's how the box looks. It looks cute even without the handle. Now, as a tip to hold your box closed when you've got cupcakes, candies, cookies inside, you're going to need to add either a round sticker on there, or you can add a Velcro sticky dot, so that way it can be reclosable. And depending how heavy your items are inside, you can either add one in the center or two on either side. And I found that really all I need is half of a Velcro sticky dot. It's perfect. And I stick both sides of the loops together, and I just peel off to expose the adhesive, and then I figure out where I want it to go. I think it will be fine with just one in the center, but if you have really heavy items, definitely recommend adding the two. So I get it centered where I want it, and then I close the lid so that everything lines up, and then I press so that the adhesive sticks to that side, and then it's ready to open and close. To make this box look really cute, I think it just looks so much cuter with the handle and the luggage tag on it. So this is our handle from earlier that we glued both sides together. All you want to do is cut it out. I leave a little tiny bit of extra color on the outside. So there's the handle all cut out, and then there are little score lines right there and there, which you will fold up so that way your handle can go like that. I've already added tape to the bottom. I would recommend a nice sticky tape like Wonder Tape or something that's got a really good adhesive to it. And then you're going to take the handle and kind of center it on your little suitcase, figure out where you want it, and press it into place. And there you've got your super cute little handle. For the luggage tag, we're just going to cut this out. And then you just want to take a regular hole punch and punch a hole somewhere kind of near the top center. And I get a little bit of baker's twine, and the black and the white baker's twine looks really cute. And you're just going to loop it through your tag so it's like that, and then add a little knot to the end and loop it through your suitcase handle and thread it through there. And then I like to just trim off any of the excess. And we're almost done. I'm just going to show you one final step, and that's making the little insert for either your cake pops or cupcakes. The cake pop holder has two parts to it, and it's actually easier to put together the standard cupcake holder or the mini cupcake holder, so that's why I'm going to show you this one. So here are all of the pieces, and I've already scored, folded, and added tape to them. And let me just move that out of the way. All you want to do here is just line up the side with tab C to this side, and then you are going to add tab A to the top here and tab C to the other side here. And then last, tab D and tab E. You can see it going together like a big upside down box. And there you have your little cake pop stand, which will fit inside your little retro Halloween suitcase you can see here. Now, I recommend taking a cake pop stick without the cake pop on it and punching down through the X's. You should have already cut these with a craft knife, so it should be easy to go through, but once you've kind of pre-prepped them, your cake pop just slides right on in. Here you can see the box with the mini cupcakes inside, and all of those slide right in there. And the mini cupcakes are just that little bit lighter, so you can use the handle with no problem. If you've got 6 cake pops in there, it can get a little heavy. You can see I can hold it just fine with the handle, but I like to think of the handle as a little bit more decorative. Make sure you use Wonder Tape or some really great adhesive if you want to actually use the handle. And you can apply the Velcro to here and here for a little bit more reinforcement. I hope you will have a great time with these Halloween retro suitcase boxes. Fill them with cupcakes, candies, cookies, cake pops, or really any kind of sweet treats.